So me and you have been talking about D&D recently. A couple of weeks back, we was chatting about you watching Mighty Nine and Critical Hit and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
So last couple of weeks, um, well, say last week or so, obviously in line with Stranger Things because a lot of that's about D&D. I've been watching a load of Natural Six on YouTube. So this is a D&D team that have been around since like 2023, but I've recently just started watching it and loving it. So the cast is we've got a great cast. We've got Harry McEntry, which is an actor. He was seen in like Last Kingdom. He plays the dungeon master in the campaign I'm watching. We've got Eof Wilson. I think I spelled the name right. Big in the gaming industry, hosted BBC BAFTA Gaming Awards. We've got Holly Bennett, voice actor in Cyberpunk and done a lot of for the gaming community. Doug Cockle, actor, did the voice of Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher games, so we all know that.
Big man.
Alex Jordan's another actor. I think he starred in films like Paddington. And Ben Starr, who's an actor and voice actor in games like Final Fantasy 16. He did Clive Rossfield, and he did Verso in Expedition 33, and he's done loads of other projects. So this Natural Six is so easy to start watching and to follow along, and it's really enjoyable. I've watched like 6 episodes so far, and the episodes are like 3 hours each. So. But yeah, like how they introduce the characters and the background, they like really bring it to life, so you can easily follow along.
It's good. It's like the Critical Hit stuff as well, like, you know, because they're like voice actors and stuff. They can do a really good job of it all, and they're good storytellers as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and they do like so they've got like the camera, the dungeon master at the top, and then they've got the other 5 on this side, but at the bottom corner they've got a camera. And obviously they do like visual events of like battles and other events that are kicking off, like chase, like missions and escape missions and stuff like that. So you can easily follow it along, and it's really good fun. And I highly recommend if you want to get into D&D and stuff. And you don't have to watch it; you can listen to it as well on Spotify. So definitely recommend that for sure. Yeah. I'm addicted to it.
They are good.
Last week, so.
I don't remember her name, Deborah Summer, but the person who plays Karen Page in Daredevil. I've seen her face popping up on a few different D&D campaigns on YouTube and stuff as well, because I know she's like big into it. So there's loads out there for people that are actors, or are good actors as well, and obviously they help elevate that, don't they, and bring that to life and make it more entertaining. So,
but like I say, this Natural Six that they've really, I've started from episode 1, and like. I've obviously been doing it for a couple of years, so it's like episode 46 now. So
yeah, getting through
of that campaign. I think that campaign's finished now, but they're doing another one. But oh man, I'm loving it. It's really good.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's sick. They are fun, especially because they're on Spotify and stuff as well. You can watch it or listen to it. Sorry, in the car, driving to work and things like that.
That's what I mean. Yes. But I want to find like a D&D Lord of the Rings one. That'd be like awesome. Imagine that.
There is one.
Yeah, I know there would be, but I was like, I don't want to start it yet because I'm watching this. But
I don't know if there's any online, but there's like an actual, because I was looking at them recently, because obviously I've mentioned previously that me and some of my mates were on about starting one, and I watched the Lord of the Rings movies whilst I've been off, so over Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, classic.
And my mate's birthday's in March, and what we've arranged to do is we're having a full-on Lord of the Rings marathon at his house for his birthday, and like we're going to have like different foods and stuff as well, like inspired by Lord of the Rings through the day. Like we're having a second breakfast, and we're having a stew. Yeah, we're having lembas spread, like
over spread.
Yeah, like loads of different stuff, and we're gonna have a full day of it. So it's gonna be a long day, but it'll be good fun. But yeah, obviously I was looking at stuff recently as well, and I think on the D&D like Beyond or something, there's like a website, and there's a few different starter kits you can get that are like Lord of the Rings inspired, Middle Earth inspired. Which I was looking at them thinking, tempted, man, tempted.
I mean, I love to find like a YouTube channel of like people already playing it and like kind of follow along with that.
I bet there's some out there, isn't there?
Talking of Lord of the Rings, though, I sent you a couple of pictures of the day, which is I've been playing the Lord of the Rings board game with my friends and brother. Fate of the Fellowship. Playing the Lord of the Rings board game, highly recommended. Though it takes like 3 hours a game. Like it's no like it's like watching a film, a Lord of the Rings film. It takes like 3 hours game time each time you play. It can be very difficult, but basically, you draw missions. You have two characters each, and they have their skills, and you got like work through the map of Middle Earth to eventually do the final mission, destroying the One Ring. Mate, I always play Boromir as one of my characters. Straight there in Gondor, mate. Straight in the battle. His character can summon like muster troops each turn he has, and you've got all the other characters. You've got Legolas, Aragorn, Faramir. You know all the good ones, Gandalf.
Yeah, the classic, mate.
But yeah, it's so good. Like you have different battles around the map, and it's decided by dice. But the board game is quite expensive. It's like 70 quid at the moment, 60 quid, 70 quid. So
yeah, some of them are expensive, but if you get like the longevity out of it, if you play it regular, they are worth it. Board games are.
Like the amount of missions you can do. You draw like 4 missions, but there's like a stack of them. So you've got loads of different ones, like fight the Balrog and stuff like that. So, but yeah, definitely recommend that if you've got the money for it and you love Lord of the Rings. I think it's quite pricey because of the character pieces. You've got all the Nazgul obviously flying around the map as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good. That's what I've been playing on this week while we've been off.
Legendary, mate. Legendary.
Love it, mate. I love Lord of the Rings. Love it.
Yeah, it's so sick. But talking about movies as well, we've had a few trailers and leaks again over the last sort of like 7 days or so. So we had a Thor's trailer / sneak peek drop for the Doomsday, and his monologue in that had me hyped for this. Like really, really looking forward to what they're going to be doing with Thor, because I think they're going to try and close his story off in obviously the Avengers Marvel world. So I'm really intrigued to see what they do, see what they can do to redeem him from the train wreck that was Love and Thunder. So I'm hoping, obviously, we get some good writing and good backing behind him. But we also did get a leak. I don't know if you saw this leak for the X-Men Doomsday trailer.
I've not seen it.
So the next trailer, essentially, all of these have leaked. I've seen the Thor one before it came out. There's loads of them are leaked, but there's an X-Men one essentially coming out probably this week, to be honest with you. And essentially, you can't see everything, but there's a scene with Cyclops in it, and it looks so sick, mate. So sick. I really, really want to see Cyclops get the same treatment as he gets in the animated 97 cartoon, because he's banging in that, mate. Some of the stuff he does in that are unbelievable. So yeah, he's an underrated character, and the X-Men franchise has kind of ruined him, to be honest with you, over the years. So I'm hoping they bring him back and get him cool again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did like the actor who played him as well in the films. I thought he played him really well.
Well, he's going to be reprising the role, isn't he, Sam?
Is he?
Yeah, I believe so. So, what's his name? James Marston or something? I can't remember.
James Marston, that's right. Yeah. I thought he was like really good to play that role, and if he's reprising the role, that's great news.
Yeah, so I think it'll be a conclusion of their characters as X-Men, and they'll have to do a soft launch or something. Obviously, we don't know. We're going to have to see how the Avengers movies play out. But that's this year now. Obviously, Happy New Year to everyone who's listening. Yeah, we're in 2026 officially. So we're Controls and Katanas. My name's Ian, aka Relic. Join my good friend Martin, aka Marty O'Cool. Settle in. It's been a big start. I'm well aware. We're at 8-9 minutes in already. But today, we're not going to save the best till last. We're going to do it the opposite way around today. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about later on in the episode in terms of the future of the podcast and how we're going to be running things going forward this year and beyond. But we're going to kick it off today with Stranger Things. Obviously, Martin's had a lot of talk about D&D, so we've both got our Hellfire kit on, and we're ready. So we're going to be discussing part 2 and the finale today. So if you haven't watched it yet, pause, go watch it. You've got about 6 hours worth of content to watch, and then come back and then obviously have a listen and chat with us, because there's going to be spoilers. So just a heads up, big spoilers all about. We're going to be bitting and bobbing. So we're going to do it in part 2 first, and then we'll talk about the finale separately, because originally we thought we was going to do the finale next podcast, but obviously we've been off, so we've been able to watch it. Normally we would be at work whilst it's out, and then we do the podcast after. Because we've been off, we've had the ability to watch the podcast during the day. watched the episode, during the day prior to the podcast. So we're a little bit ahead this time round. So a lot of my initial notes and a lot of my thoughts, I'm going to go through what my thought process was during part 2, knowing that I hadn't seen the finale, and obviously potential that the finale was going to be next week. So I've kept a lot of my notes, and I'm going to still discuss it as if I wasn't aware, and what my thoughts were, obviously during the part 2 part.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I had some worries, mate. I'm not going to lie. I had a few worries of how it was going to end and where it was going to lead. But
you thought it was going to be a D&D game, didn't you? That's what you thought.
Yeah, that was obviously a meme one, but no, that's not kind of it. But I thought part 2 was significantly weaker than the first part, and it certainly still do think it's significantly weaker than the first part. And obviously, knowing what I know now, is also weaker than the finale. I was scared that we was going to get a Game of Thrones situation where you've got the lead up that's going really well, and then we just fall off a cliff and we dive. There's a few bits like Lucas kicking a demo dog, like fair play, mate, but how? Like, what's happening here? If all you need to do is boot him, you should have been signed yonks ago, pal. They're like, they normally tank, aren't they? So I was a bit like, what's going off here, mate? Like, Elle's been training for ages, as we saw, but then we saw her struggling to lift like a metal plate and to flip a truck over, and I was like, she could literally do that stuff prior to training, and she was struggling then. So what's she actually been doing? She's been dossing off or what?
She needed some snacks, mate. That's what it was.
Yeah, Holly Wheeler as well. Fine character, but she got way too much time, I thought. Taken away from a lot of the characters, obviously, we love. And I feel it's because she's actually a teenager, or she's actually young in real life, versus, obviously, you get a lot of these cast who are supposed to be teenagers, and they're obviously like in the 20s and stuff. And I do feel like they kind of maybe pushed her to the forefront a little bit, because she was closer to the age that the main cast really should have been. And there was 0 deaths, mate. In part 2, 0 deaths. I was expecting big deaths, mate. No deaths. What's that all about? Also, don't get me started on number 8. My God, mate. Even to the end, even with the finale and everything I know, I hate that character so much, mate.
I've put it.
So pointless, mate. So pointless.
I've just highlighted my part in the notes. It says, Callie character is awful.
Hated her, mate.
Not actually participated in anything yet.
Nothing. Tried to get Elle to murk herself off, and that is it, bro. Like, literally nothing. Like, I feel like it's too late in the show to be adding more questions. That was my main note. Is that I feel like it's too late in the show to be adding more questions, and it's going to potentially feel overwhelming and rushed to conclude everything at the end. That was my sort of like thought process after watching it. I just jotted a load of shit down because I was a bit fuming about it, but there is some good in there, mate.
Let's talk about 5 to 7. So the first episode is it's called Jock Shock, innit? So basically, Joyce and the team come up with this plan to kind of Frankenstein one of the Demogorgons back to life, so then Will can try and take down Vecna, but Vecna's too powerful, mate. You never really do.
Odd man.
Yeah, obviously it doesn't really work out as they go, and then during these couple of episodes, we find out Vecna's plans. So basically, once these 12 kids is kidnapped to amplify his own power, so he can give the power to merge physically these worlds together across this bridge. And we kind of see this in the episode, and it kind of Dustin kind of brings us all to light, doesn't he? He says, "Clever man, mate, Justin."
Yeah,
Dustin,
good guy.
Great character, but we find out as well, like Brenner, the original scientist at the start of the show, he originally had this plan to use these 12 children. So yeah, he had these 12 children, like with 11 and Callie and Emery, to kind of create these bridges to other dimensions. So this is what the same thing that the military want to do with that Dr. K, which is Linda Hamilton. But they want to use this blood, Emery's blood, to kind of go between the multiverse, as it were. But obviously, we find out in the episode that Callie's blood doesn't work because she's a weaker vessel. Obviously, you need 11's blood. So you see all these like pregnant women lying down.
Yeah, mate, that was mad.
Or monged out,
mental
all
scene,
sick and stuff.
Yeah, so crazy.
But yeah, Steve's BMW, mate, gone, mate.
Yeah, I did think to myself though. One of my questions is like using 8's blood and obviously infusing the pregnant women with it was mad, mate. I don't care about 8, but where are those women from? Like, what's happened to those women? All those pregnant women?
Done in, mate.
You know what I mean? Where are they?
That's the state of the military would go to try and get to the multiverse, mate.
Oh yeah, madness. And we find out as well, don't we, that they used Henry's blood the same way to make 11 and everyone, essentially.
Yeah.
And obviously we get a lot of backstory with them. But one of the biggest things for me, one of the biggest positives for this sort of like run of episodes, these 3 episodes for me, was Dustin and Steve. They they start fighting, mate. It broke my heart, that did. Honestly, absolutely broke my heart. But then later, in the later episode where Dustin breaks down, like, so, like, he's a great actor, he is, mate. Like, it was so emotional that those 2 really made this, like, part 2 for me, you know. It really got me, that did. Like, proper love them. Proper love them both as characters.
The bit with the ladder, isn't it? He goes, don't die, like...
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I don't want... Yeah.
Got me, that did. But that bit as well with Nancy
really
and John. Nancy and John was trapped in that room. It looked like a Dulux factory, mate, exploded. It was all like paint.
Yeah, that's literally what he was saying. It's like, you know, you spill paint and it starts to dry. It's like that, wasn't it? But it's essentially the matter, obviously, because we find out what it is. It's like a wormhole.
Matter,
the matter is just melting, like the I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not fucking smart as Dustin, mate, but
so they kind of disturb it on obviously it kind of kicks off a bit and starts melting stuff around it, and obviously they get stuck in. And this is the part where Jono brings the ring out. And it basically gets denied, doesn't he? Nancy wants to stay friends, basically. So
I think it's one of them ones where they both realise that actually, like, it's proper toxic. This is, but the entire thing about obviously being a wormhole, that sort of stuff. My one note was, it's just the plot of Superman, really, isn't it? It's just Superman, mate. It's just Superman, pal. Same plot.
There's another character in this who I thought was really good.
Dipshit, mate.
Mr. Clark, mate. Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark.
With his moustache.
He's a legend.
But I love that he was sleeping with the librarian at school or whatever. But also,
he's a proper dirty dog, isn't he, mate?
Another bit where he's like, obviously this is like Dustin's mentor, so he's a knowledgeable man. And when stuff gets revealed to him as he goes into the upside down world, he's like looking around, like, this is amazing. Like, his eyes have been like,
he's in awe, like, really, yeah.
It's like,
he's a massive nerd, isn't he? He loves Dungeons and Dragons. Mate, he loves Lord of the Rings. He loves, like, all of these things.
But it's just his face, like, looking around, like
there's one part about him, mate. I don't know if you clock this. Obviously, because I've watched the Lord of the Rings movies recently, it is Mr. Clark actually references Lord of the Rings in the show. So, you know, when he's opening the gates, he says, like, melon or whatever it was, which is the Elvish word for friend, which is obviously in the first movie when they go to the door to Moria and they have to, like, speak friend and enter. He literally says that when he opens one of the gates with the button. I was like, mate, that's a sick Lord of the Rings reference. Mr. Clark's a G. I love him. I fucking love him, mate. Because obviously the books were out in the 80s, weren't they? The books were out ages ago. The books came out.
They wrote during the war, weren't they? So
they're like
1930s, in it. So
sick.
because obviously Tolkien, he wrote the books based on the fellowship of, like, war, in it, like the Brotherhood of War kind of thing. That guy was quality, mate. Mr. Clark, mate.
Yeah, it was really good.
Very good. Then we have the scene, obviously, you mentioned earlier with so Will gets taken over. He tries to take out Vecna. He gets taken over, and then Vecna finds out where Max is in the hospital. Sends the demi-dogs in. Then we have this whole chase scene. But it's another hero. There's another hero in this scene, mate.
Max Moore,
Karen Wheeler, mate. Karen Wheeler.
Big Karen's redeemed herself.
No, she's a legend, mate. She is.
She went from being a shit mum to a legendary mum, mate.
Took a right beating though against that Demigorgon in another episode, but
I don't. That kind of annoyed me, that scene did with the Demodog thing, because she put like a gas canister and the Demodogs all of a sudden care about this gas canister in the dryer, even though Lucas is there with a boombox playing fucking Kate Bush or whatever, like I'm pretty sure that they clicked on to this, but it's one of them things, mate. Mike's mum's a legend, though. Oh, also shout out back, Dipship's back, auntie.
Yeah. But I think Derek, mate, in the final finale, quality performance.
The thing that made me laugh about this is whereas like Henry gets him and he's like, "Who gave you this map?" And he's like, "Your mum." Proper done him, mate.
But there's some scenes in the finale which was later.
Yeah, Dipship Derek's a legend, mate. He's so funny.
It's so funny. But yeah, so obviously Max gets back, Holly gets back. Mate, that scene where Holly gets back and she goes into the abyss, which is also a D&D reference because the abyss in D&D is like just like hell service thing. But when she goes for the floor, mate, starts flying down. I was laughing my head off, mate. She starts flying down, and then literally Vecna pretty much saves her life because he literally stops her.
Pulls her back in
because she's going straight. Oh, mate, dead.
I went to a mate's for New Year's, and one of my mates showed me one of these videos someone edited, and it's Holly Wheeler falling down, and Nancy, and then it cuts to Nancy with a shotgun and just shoots her out of the sky with a shotgun. I was like, that's proper funny, that one. But yeah, it was, mate, Max's speech to Holly was great to start with, but my God, it went on for time, mate. I was literally on the end of my seat going, "Run. Just fucking run." I was like, proper fuming, mate. I was like, "Just fucking run." But what made me laugh was when they got to that bit and Holly's like, "Oh, we can leave now." And Max was like, "Well, actually, I can leave. You can't." But yeah, that scene, it was a good scene, but it was like, it's 10 minutes long. It's literally 10 minutes long they're talking to each other. Like, you, life or death, man. Will's literally just got into the mind of Henry and Vecna to tell you to run, and you just sat there nothing, mate.
And that bit where he like breaks his leg and stuff, I was like, that's decent bit. And we find out about this memory, don't we? This memory, this traumatic memory of Henry. Obviously, it comes more to light in the finale.
You see a little bit about it. Why he doesn't want to enter the thing. We'll get to that in that part.
Yeah. But Callie's saying about let's kill ourselves to get rid of Henry's blood forever. It's like, get out, mate.
Literally in the bin now. Also, mate, who's that little Thomas twat?
Which one?
You know when Holly goes back and they start murking her off, there's a little twat in there called Thomas, mate. Awful hair, awful jumper, who thinks he's a big man. He pissed me off, he did, mate.
I know you mean that.
He's like got blonde hair, mate. He'll do my head in. He thought it was a big man, he did.
I'm not a little black dude who's like, that girl's like, "Oh, Holly's got a crush on," and the black is like, "Hey," like, who's swimming, like looking around, like, "Hey, what's going on?"
What?
Holly's got a crush on me. What's going on? But yeah, a few of them kids are really annoying, mate. Especially the one with the glasses.
Oh yeah, the one with the great stupid big hair,
yeah, people with 4 eyes, mate, get on my nerves.
Proper, mate. Speckies, aren't they? Yeah. Proper specky. Apart from Derek, mate.
But yeah, I mean that really sums up.
We had that entire scene, didn't we, of like Will coming out of telling everyone he's gay.
Yeah, I didn't see the point of that, to be honest. But
like, here's the thing, right? It's been alluded at for seasons. I can understand it partially because obviously Vecna was going to use it against him as like a weakness or whatever. But like, it didn't need to be that long. It didn't need to be that like no one cares, mate. Like, no offense, no one cares. Like, none of your mates are bothered, pal. No one cares. It was the part made me laugh though. Was when he was like, "Oh, there's I'm not like you, but I'm like you in some ways." And then he listed every single interest they've all got together. There were like 35 things, mate. Say like 2 or 3 things, mate. Oh, like D&D, riding my bike and that. Like, no one cares, mate. Like, what are you on about? 35 different things. Mate, it went on for ages. The world's ending, pal. Hurry up. No one cares you're gay, mate. Just get back to there and get saving the world, pal.
But yeah, like, whatever. If they put that scene in, that's up to them, innit? But like, everyone listening in knew he was gay anyway, because you could see by the reaction on the face of that. Yeah, Like Jonathan knew, mate. He knew his brother was
Everyone's
gay,
like,
was that.
you know what had made that scene good? He was like, oh
Didn't it?
yeah, I don't like girls like you do. And everyone was like, yeah, we know. Let's crack on. Like, just
The
come on,
fact
pal. We already
he
knew.
looked at Mike. He looked at Mike. Mike's like, mate, I've already got a missus, mate. I've got 11, mate.
Yeah, I'm really
Looking at
I'm
me.
really glad they didn't try and push. Mate, I've seen so many people online that wanted Will and Mike to get together, mate. By the end, that have made zero sense to the story at all. Like,
He's
it
already got a
pissed me
bird,
off.
mate.
Got a shorty, mate. He's had it since day dot, mate.
The shorty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Chuck it in there, mate.
so we find out as well in this episode, like that meat wall is literally like it's like the wall between the dimensions, isn't it? It's literally
Yeah.
holding it in place. And we get loads of Dustin does loads of Star Wars references, obviously, because that was out. Star Wars was out then. And he thinks it's like this like when they actually find the ball of like dark matter, exotic matter, they think it's like Vecna's like generator holding the wall up. Obviously, they get it dead wrong, don't they? Obviously, this is exotic matter that Nancy blasts at, and it obviously
That sparks them out of
but murks them off in it. But
it.
this exotic matter is deadly to the abyss and the mind flare because you see the areas around the exotic matter are all like clear and clean of like these spores and stuff. So pretty good, mate. There, pretty good
Yeah,
scenes.
Visually, it's so good.
The
Like,
amount of
so
references
good.
to D&D that we mentioned earlier, like obviously the Demigorgons, D&D, the Abyss, D&D, there's loads and loads of stuff. And I read into it that there's obviously a stage show of Stranger Things, but obviously this show obviously talk about stuff like Demigorgons, the Abyss and stuff, but the stage show is all about Henry's like upbringing and stuff like that. So obviously the Abyss isn't called the Abyss in that; it's called Dimension X. And there's obviously other stuff like the dogs and stuff and the monsters
Yeah,
are
because
not called it in that.
they've named them
Yeah,
based off of
that's
D&D things, haven't they? Obviously, because
yeah.
that's what they know, like the Mind Flare and
So it's
Vecna
from
and
their perspective, and obviously,
Demogorgons, Demo Dogs, all that sort of stuff.
yeah,
But the military wouldn't call them Vecna, or obviously they'd call him
yeah,
Henry or whatever they call him.
yeah.
But yeah,
That was a really good point to mention because it's decent thing that is like.
yeah, like
These kids are playing D and D.
Yeah, part two was fairly entertaining. Had some really good moments. Dustin and Steve were a great moment for me. But it was a lot weaker. It's just there was dragging scenes out that didn't need to be that long. And I think that's why, obviously, when you do that, though, you then think, why have you even put that scene in? Like, now you've ruined it. Like, it could just easily be a simple, like, 1 minute scene that they'll make it into, like, a 10-minute scene. And it's just, you're prolonging it for an agenda. It doesn't need to be there. But let's get on to the finale, mate. Episode 8, Stranger Things. The last episode of Stranger Things.
I just want to start off by saying, first of all, Steve survived me. Steve survived. And that moment where he falls off the tower, mate, I was like, no.
I thought it was being Gwen.
I refused it. I thought, no, I'm refusing to accept it. And obviously then Jonathan comes in and saves him. I was like, shoo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There is some lazy writing in it. If you look deep into it, you think, yeah, right. No one's been murked off. Shame, really, in a sense. It's not a shame because all the characters you love are still alive, but it doesn't seem like the stakes were really there. But mate, I love this episode, mate. I did. I don't care, mate. I absolutely love this. Jonathan being the one that saved Steve on that tower was great, I thought. After everything they've been through, obviously after all of their like hatred at the obviously earlier seasons and the way that their characters have obviously arced throughout, all the stuff with Nancy, just seeing that, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Like absolutely quality
He even says to him, "Is like, I don't like you, mate, but I don't want to see you dead."
I don't want to see you dead. Yeah. But then later on, they have like a reunion, don't they? Later on, yeah. And obviously they are mates now, basically, aren't they? So like, they've come a long way.
So in this episode, it was 2 hours long. An hour into the episode, they kill Vecna off, basically.
Yeah.
So like the next hour of the episode is literally like a payoff to like the endings of like the different characters and stuff.
Mate, we paused it After that, I was like, oh, we've got to be near the end now. I paused it
I
to
did
let
the
the
same
dog out, and I was like, 52 minutes left, mate. What's going on here? 52 minutes left. But we was like, everyone's alive. We're sound. And then was like, 52
Right.
minutes left. Shit, who's going to die in 52 minutes? Because obviously, Max had just been captured and stuff. Max and Robin's
Holly.
girlfriend,
Oh yeah.
in the real world, had been captured by the
Military.
military. Were going to like Squawk. So we paused it like, oh, this is it. But then I was like, wait, what's happening to Max and Robin's girlfriend? Like, there's still stuff happening, mate. What's gonna happen?
But let's talk about the main man, mate. Let's talk about Derek.
Derek
scene
as
where-
well being a top character.
In the dream world, where he like saves, they go in that cave, don't they? And he saves Holly
Yeah.
from Vecna, and he sticks a middle finger up at him. And
Oh, suck my fat one. Suck my
He's a
fat
legend,
one.
mate.
He's a legend. I proper
And
love
then-
him, mate. He's so sick.
There's another funny bit as well, where he's in the van at the end, like everything's done, Vecna's dead, and Derek waves at Mike like really awkwardly.
Oh, yeah.
Looking around like, what?
Well, it's like, what? And then there's like he's a proper
Best mates.
fanboy, isn't he? To like Big Mike.
Best mates.
Yeah, Mike's like, hey up, mate.
Yeah, so in this episode, obviously, we see how Henry became Vecna, traumatic memory. Henry is in his
We got a
cave.
full memory,
He
don't
sees-
we?
He sees the scientists. So he finally goes into the cave, doesn't he? He finally faces his traumatic memory. And it reveals that he sees the scientist in the cave. He kills him with a rock, takes the briefcase, opens it up, and then obviously the mind flare goes into the bullet hole. in his
Venom's
hand.
in there.
Takes him over basically, and then obviously the events after that, including Brendan's like research, obviously made him do what he does. I think he killed his family and stuff like that. But the bit where he blows the scientist's eyes out, mate, boom!
Oh, madness.
Brilliant,
mate,
mate.
that was. Madness. There's a part where he goes, we are, and I thought he was going to go Vecna. Like, or something like that. I was like, is he taking the piss here? We are Venom. Like, I thought he was going to just proper go full Venom, mate. I did.
So this mind flare is literally controlling things with Vecna. Obviously, we see the mind flare particles leaving Holly and the other kids when they get released and saved
Yeah.
and stuff. We also see the when the Demogorgon gets fried to death. We see the particles floating off. So basically, the mind flare's true intentions is to consume the natural dimensions.
Yeah,
Taking
we,
over,
we,
mate.
dis- we
Taking
discussed this, mate, in
Yeah,
our part one discussion. Obviously, the mind flare. I was speaking to Nat's brother Glenn about it as well a couple of weeks back when he came round, and I mentioned that to him, and he had like a similar thing as well. I think a lot of people probably had a similar sort of theory because we saw the mind flare in previous seasons, but we never you never really got much information on it, did you? On what it was. Obviously, you had young Will, who was drawing the pictures of it and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, but we mentioned it. We mentioned it a couple of podcasts ago. We did a short about it. Basically, yeah, it was the end boss. It was that was
like,
a parasite with Vecna.
at first, because when you're going through it as well, obviously we see that full memory, and that's why he was so afraid. Like, or you think he's afraid to enter the cave, but it was actually the mind flare stopping him from going into the cave to obviously suppress that memory. And we think, oh, right, yeah, so he's been mind controlled the entire time. But then we find out he's just embraced it and partnered with it. And he's like, no, I am like Venom, mate. Like, we're like bros now. Like, we're a team. Trust me, I want to be killing all these kids. Proper dodgy bloke.
Talking of Vecna, the mind flare, that scene where 11 faces off finally against Vecna, mate, I was like, oh, that bit where she jumps and just like opens up.
Yeah, it was
like
cool.
A wound up and just flies through.
It was cool. That was so sick. Yeah, like because obviously the lure that spider thing, that like immense spider-looking monster, that part and that chase, obviously,
great scenes, mate.
L taunting it like a World of Warcraft tank, mate, pulling full aggro, and then obviously lead it to that canyon. But yeah, like you say, cutting it clean open and going through its chest, mate, and then just battering everything inside. Yeah, that was sick.
Obviously, Vecna is stronger than 11, but obviously the team outside, Nancy and the others, Molotovs. Flamethrowers, machine guns.
You got Will as well helping through the hive mind. Will, mate. To be fair, Will came in clutch here, didn't he?
Yeah, broke his arm off, didn't he? Literally.
Well, he goes to get L, doesn't he? And he like manages to control him, so he stops getting it. So
yeah,
sick,
so
mate.
because obviously, so they're attacking the Mind Flayer outside. Obviously, the Mind Flayer is connected to Vecna, so it's obviously Vecna struggling, and then obviously the team literally impale him on this spike inside the Mind Flayer,
Yeah.
which was sick. But
But
the final bit, yeah.
but
You tell him. You tell him. You tell him.
that right, Vecna dying was a piss take, mate. Right, he was like dying for about an hour, like the Toad from
Yeah,
Shrek,
like,
mate.
oh.
You know, like one like cartoons where they pretend to die, and but without taking the piss and stuff of that, Joyce being the one who finishes him, goosebumps, mate.
Yeah.
Goosebumps. Seeing all those flashbacks, all the pain that she suffered, all the pain that all these characters have suffered because of everything that's happened because of him, as she's just hacking his head off, mate. What a conclusion for her character, mate. I was buzzing for Joyce. I was like, that is literally the best way they could have ended Vecna, mate, by Joyce finishing him off. That's so good. So good.
And it took about an hour to chop his head off, but yeah,
proper. I liked that though, because that's more realistic than just a clean cut head off sort of thing. I actually really rated that ending for Vecna, and obviously the conclusion for Joyce there was fantastic, mate. It was so well done.
But the flashbacks as well, like you see Sean Astin's character, I can't remember his name now, but obviously that was Joyce's like
I can't remember
boyfriend
his
or
name
whatever. Gets killed off, mate. I was sad when that actually happened, but all the memories of all the people that was affected.
Just watch Lord of the Rings, mate. It gets a happy ending.
Not the happy ending.
Yeah, not one of the Taiwanese happy endings, mate. But there's also another one as well with speeches. Hopper's speech to Elle about obviously fighting and happiness, essentially. It was so good. David Harbour. Is it David Harbour?
It is David Harbour,
yeah. Yeah, mate, he's by far one of the top actors in this show. He's so good at acting, mate. He's a very, very good actor. You can see why he's got a lot of big parts since he was in this. I know obviously he's an older actor who's been in stuff before. Obviously he's moved on to do MCU stuff and like loads of other projects. And it's well deserved, mate. One of my notes just says, still hate number 8, bitch. I can't remember what that one was about, to be fair, but it's warranted, isn't it?
We have some cool like montages as well, like with like backing tracks from the Prince as well, which I thought was really good. Like we have that scene where they're in the van all like chatting and having a good time. That's when you see Derek waving at Mike as well. But they're all like, they've defeated Vecna, they've done their job, and they're all like loving it. All like loving each other and chatting to each other, and they've had a successful mission.
Yeah.
And then we have that Purple Rain scene.
Oh, mate.
The team see what they think is the death of 11 being consumed along with the Upside Down world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a great a great soundtrack to use, and how it was all portrayed and played out was quality, mate.
Yeah, literally, like you say, loads of flashbacks. Like I'm a sucker for it, mate. I had goosebumps. Every single one gave me goosebumps in this episode, mate. Actually, like, despite obviously my thoughts on obviously part 2, even though there was some great scenes, don't get me wrong, but there was some poor and like just dodgy writing in it, in my opinion. It's still, mate, it's just so emotional, because of the conclusion of this show as well. We've been watching it for years, mate. Literally. Years we've been watching this show, and it's finally come to an end. And like you say, when Purple Rain starts playing for Mike and Elle, mate, the hairs on my head were standing up, pal. I was honestly head to toe, mate, head to toe riddled with goosebumps. I was, really was proper.
And it reminds you also that those flashbacks remind you how young they were at the start of the series.
Yeah, it's madness.
Mate, you look so young there.
But most of the emotion, like obviously when Elle's goes into that portal, is like waving and everything. Everyone was super emotional, but one character, mate, and it was Lucas. Mate, Lucas sounded so sarcastic. He was like, "Elle, no." And mate, I was like, "What?" Like proper stupid.
More into it.
It was the classic Man of Steel moment, mate. That was where he's like, he's in a car. You remember it on Man of Steel where his dad's in the car and he puts his hand out. It just reminded me of that. Yeah, Big Kev, mate. It just reminded me of that for some reason. But him saying "Elle, no," like dead shit, just proper made me laugh, mate.
That bit from Superman, I've seen a meme of that where it's like, when you see your friend going off with some ugly bird after the club or whatever, and then the guy just plays off with some like fat ugly bird or something like that. I was like laughing at that.
I forgot to mention something actually. There's a part earlier where Hop saves 11 and leaves 8, and like I proper respected him for that, you know. But obviously, like he ends up going back to her, and they nearly get caught. She gets murked off, which was a sick scene by the way. 8 getting murked off, love that. But let's be real, mate. The explosive to the helicopter from Murray, what a character! What a character!
What a shot as well.
Yeah, mate, so good. And 11 making that horrible soldier with a long edge shoot himself, mate. Chef's kiss, mate. So sick.
Yeah, that bit was just like breaking all the
so sick, mate. But but watching the Upside Down, like saying that bit ripping apart and seeing Elle in the portal, visually stunning. Like it was so well done. You could understand why they've spent a lot of money on this like series to get it right in terms of visualization. It is a very visual show, isn't it?
Yeah, even in the visuals with the battle with the mind flayer, that was like the big spider thing.
Yeah, it's so good.
We saw that in the earlier seasons with Vecna's or Henry's flashbacks. Obviously, drawing that spider all the time, wasn't he? And obviously, then we see it in the final episode. We see it come to life. It's like quality.
And then it flips around. You just get Mike. He's got that just one tear falling down his face, mate. Oh, the feels hit me, mate. Hit me. That did proper emotional.
It's a happy ending for most people. Obviously, Callie gets murked off.
Good,
but
so it's an happy ending, definitely.
Yeah. So I love the bit as well. Like Dustin does that big speech at his graduation and stuff.
Yeah,
and then he gets invited, doesn't he? He gets invited by them girls to go to that party. But no, mate,
it's like 18 months later, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So he gets invited to this party with these girls. Dustin like thinks he's in there, and then they're like, "No, I've got a better idea. A final D&D game with the boys and Max." I was like,
beauty,
quality, mate. And this is where it comes out that Mike's theory that is true, that 11 is still alive, and that Callie did that final illusion to try and trick everyone that she is gone with the upside down world, but she's actually in this Nordic town. It looks like with these like 3 waterfalls, as her and Mike discussed earlier in the other episodes. So and Hopper and Joyce time they're not, mate. Brilliant, mate.
Beautiful. But it was like what was playing? Was it like a Landslide by Fleetwood Mac or something playing? Or so, I think it was there. But yeah, obviously, like you say, whilst Robin on the radio is like she's giving that speech as well, isn't she? Like 18 months later, and nearly cried, mate. Nearly cried.
What about Steve being the sex education teacher and the coach for the kids?
I love it how she was like, "Oh yeah, because if I ever had an STD, you're the first person I'd come to." Or something.
Yeah, happy ending.
Even that little chat as well, because obviously Mike goes missing and his mum's a bit worried. Also, Karen's scars, mate. Sick. She got a massive scar across the throat, and you can see her scars on her chest as well. I was like, mate, she looks badass now. She's got some proper beastie scars.
And her husband, the guy got murked through that wall, mate. He's still alive, isn't he?
He's knocking about still.
Mike's dad.
But yeah, the little chat between Hopper and Mike, obviously, when he finds him, really good. Like you say, Dustin's speech was so sick. Pulling off the robe to the Hellfire t-shirt. And the principal, like, proper shitting it, wasn't he? Like, what's happening? Like, proper great character.
It's a new Hellfire t-shirt as well, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Hellfire lives, or something like that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and it's like, Steve's like, hell yeah, Henderson, or something, isn't he? Like, it's just a good moment, that was, wasn't it? Just a really good all-round moment.
Talking of D&D, while we're talking about D&D, if you were to play D&D, what kind of character would you have? I've been thinking about this.
I'd be Dungeon Master.
Obviously. No, I mean, like, no, you're not the Dungeon Master. You just got.
I am, mate. I am the Dungeon Master, though. Pal. I don't know what to tell you. I don't really know.
I think
there's loads of different classes and stuff, isn't there? Though that's the thing.
Yeah, I would be like an elf ranger, or like, obviously Ranger, Aragorn style, Legolas style.
Yeah.
I do love a rogue, though. I do love a rogue. I think a rogue is a great character.
I like mages as well, mate. I do. I love magic characters. But it's what
it's
I don't
so
know.
Hard, isn't it? It's
if we ever did a campaign, I'd see what's required, because I'm quite versatile. I'd happily play like multiple different characters. Whereas there's some people like, no, I want to be a warrior. I want to be this. I want to be that. Whereas I'm not that fussed.
And I mentioned Natural Six earlier. Obviously, they've got their own characters, one character,
Yeah.
and the backstory they've got with all their characters, and obviously how they act as they're playing D&D, they act as their
As
characters
their
would act.
characters, yeah.
But, yeah,
It
it's
makes it
such a
really,
class.
it makes them really entertaining,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
to watch. Like Natural Six, watch it on YouTube. Honestly, it's really good.
Yeah. But Stranger Things, mate. Yeah, like the conclusion was, it was a great episode
It's
to conclude the
satisfying,
show. We got a lot of. I kind of do wish we had more deaths. I know it
Yeah.
sounds grim to say, but I feel like it was a little bit of a cop out. I like Mike's theory on Elle. Like I believe, mate, like that is what's happened because it's very plausible because she did just disappear and all that sort of stuff. It could have happened, mate. I'm happy to sit here and say that it did happen, just
I think
so
it did, yeah.
she's got that happy ending and that further down the line, years down the line, her and Mike meet again. She comes to find him. They get married. Blah blah. Whatever. Again, though, it is a bit of a cop out in it. Like, oh, well, we're not actually going to tell you what's happened. Here it is. But
Well,
I like the idea of them doing that in certain senses because people like us are talking about it, mate. People online are going to be talking about it. There's going to be a lot of buzz around it, isn't there? So it's open to interpretation, and no one wants to see their favourite characters to die, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, like through all the seasons of this show, I've been hoping Steve won't die, mate. And I know a lot of other people
Yeah,
who
Steve's
watch the
sick.
show don't want Steve to die. But
There's so many good characters, isn't there? Like Steve's good, Dustin, all four of the lads are good. To be fair, aren't they? Like Lucas has got his great moments, like him and Max, and then obviously we've got just Dustin in general with obviously all the Eddie stuff and obviously all the Steve stuff. Really emotional scenes he's putting through all the time. We've got Mike, who's like a true leader. We've got Will, who's going through everything, mate, because he's just been kidnapped when he was like a small child and been through hell, mate, on his own. And like Joyce, mate, Joyce is a good character. Hopper's a great character. Max is a good character. Dipshit, mate, Derek's a legendary character.
he propelled me. He did straight away.
propelled me.
I loved him, mate.
He literally went from down here, mate, thinking this guy's a dick, to instantly just rocketing straight to the top.
I
mate.
didn't think that, mate. I just thought straight away, this guy's so funny, man. It's gone, mate. It's gone to the top, mate.
But I was like, he was pissing me off. I was like, oh, it's going to be just putting another annoying kid in the show sort of thing. And then it's when he started eluding him, mate, in that barn. I was like, this guy's a G. Like, he was like, couldn't get him, mate. He's up the ladder and gone. He's a beast.
Talking of this theory of 11 now, obviously Henry's blood's still out there because it's inside here.
Yeah.
And I heard that they are going to do another show with other characters, Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers have gone to Paramount now, aren't they? But there's going to be another like live action thing, so maybe 11 comes back into it. So we do actually see what happens with her. I don't know when it's going to come out. That's what they've said it's going to come out. So
I mean, it's taken years to do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if it's like new characters and stuff, maybe we will see 11 though. We will see some of the characters from the show come back into it.
I don't know what they do with it though. I don't know how they would do it because the Upside Down's gone. Only those characters really went through it because they were the main characters that went to the Upside Down, figured out all this stuff, fought Vecna, finished Vecna. What sort of side stuff could they do apart from ordinary people seeing it from the outside?
Yeah.
Sort of like view, if that makes sense. I don't know what they do, and I'm always a bit wary when they do spin-offs of shows that I enjoy and I like, and that they start to then sort of like alter the lore of stuff. Like certain things is fine. Like Game of Thrones, there's so much stuff and lore already in Game of Thrones. There isn't in Stranger Things. There's not loads of books that have been written for Stranger Things, and there's not like there's not loads of lore out there or different stories. It's a very compact sort of like thing that happened. It's not like it happened in other places all over the country because the military wouldn't just be in Hawkins. It only happened there and in that sort of particular isolated area. So I'm always a bit wary, like, what are you going to try and add? Because you could just ruin it.
And they'll probably do something, obviously, because Henry's blood's still out there in 11. Obviously, that means the Mind Flayer's still knocking about somewhere. yeah, so they'll probably do it. It takes over the world or something, but I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens in it. But that's a long way off. We're talking probably 3 or 4 years, 5 years for that.
It's probably more than that, mate.
We'll be dead.
I'll be dead. 100%.
We'll be dead. We'll be dead, mate. Bye,
R.I.P., mate. R.I.P.
Yeah, great show, great finale. It all finishes off really well. We did expect more deaths, but I mean, who would you kill off?
Steve, mate.
No.
I think they're like genuinely. I love him, but I feel like he would have had the biggest impact on the fan base because I feel like that's what you got to do. You got to do something really shocking, haven't you, to do it? Part of me even thought Dustin.
I agree, but I don't agree. Yeah, yeah.
I thought Joyce might have died, to be honest, as well.
I think out of the kid characters, or the kids back in the day, now they're adults, but I think Lucas is probably the weaker.
He's the weakest one out of the group. The best thing he's done is all the Max stuff. That's the best thing he's done.
Yeah, obviously brought it back and stuff, but yeah, I thought he was the weaker character out of the.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Murray was going to kill himself. He threw that thing off the roof.
It's when he looked at the explosives. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Murray's gone, mate. Murray's done." I love Murray. Murray's a legend. I love it how it's when he was like Hopper at the start of the episode or something. He's like, "Oh, Murray, be careful with those explosives." He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot that I'm carrying loads of explosives. But, I was just going to carelessly throw it around." Also, it's like obviously I'm going to take care of it.
But talking to Lucas, I preferred his sister to Lucas because obviously Lucas' sister, mate, quality character, like she always used to take the mick out of the nerds, but she's actually really, really nerdy.
Proper nerd,
proper nerd of the class, mate, like top of the class nerd, mate. Yeah, I thought that was funny, but yeah, great show, great finale. And we've been watching it for what, 10 years?
Something ridiculous, mate, isn't it? Something ridiculous.
And it's like it's come to an end now.
2006. It came out July 2016, so just shy of 10 years. Yeah, basically 10 years, mate.
Yeah. So, yeah, a great finale, mate. Great finale. But let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts were. Who you'd like to see die. How you thought it all ended. Did it end well?
Yeah. If you didn't like the ending, how would you have preferred it to end?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, I'm a bit guilty of that as well, thinking, no, I didn't really like that. But then I'm like, wow, really? Could they have done different to make it a better ending? Obviously, I'm not a professional screenwriter or anything, so I'm not really necessarily inclined to give my ideas on that. But
yeah, let's know in the comments
my thoughts, what I thought about it at the time.
So we know another show's going to come out, maybe a live action. So let us know in the comments.
It's like an animated thing or something. I heard
it's live action, yeah. So I think it's live action, mate.
No, I heard about an animated thing.
Oh, but yeah, let us know in the comments what you would like to see, like what side stories you'd like to see, and where you think it would go.
Yeah, they're releasing Netflix are releasing an animated spin-off called Tales from 85. Which is set between season 2 and 3, featuring the original kids with new voices. So they'll have different voice actors, but it'll be like basically like the missing files, like the stuff we didn't see between those two seasons. We'll probably talk about that. We talk about animated stuff on here all the time, so we'll probably pick that up when and if it comes out.
I love the 80s era, mate. 80s era is great.
I think that's one of the things that makes this show. I think, if this show was in modern day, I don't think it'd be as good. Because it is so 80s and they get it so right with all the music and obviously the scenery and the vehicles, the clothes, everything just fits so good.
And it reminds you of like a kind of Goonies style, that time period. Which I love 80s like shows and stuff and films. So
the movies and that.
And obviously they do as well. Duffer Brothers do, and obviously they portray it through this show. So.
Well, yeah, that's Stranger Things.
Big question is, what we're talking about next? Because we've got another finale, haven't we? An anime finale.
Yeah, we'll save that till last, mate, because let's be honest, it was fucking shit. But we'll talk about Fallout, mate. Fallout Season 2, Episode 2 and 3 we'll talk about.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
I'll let you lead this a bit more, because you know a bit more about Fallout than I do.
Yeah, I think the episode 2, mate. I think the worst part of the episode was all the mice getting murked off, mate. All the mice getting murked
Mate,
off and tested.
do you know what made me laugh about that? Is that like you got Hank, mate? He gained some respect from me in the initial parts of this episode, right? Where
Yeah,
he's
well,
like,
yeah, it's two parts. There's two parts.
yeah, you know where he picks that guy out who's like been dead selfish.
Yeah.
He's bought one ticket for him, let his
Yeah.
family die, and obviously like experiments him. But then he murks off about 50 mice, which were randomly in livestock. Why are they in livestock? You're not going to eat them. Like, what are you doing with mice in livestock, bro? Like, you don't need them for your ecosystem, pal. Why have you got that many mice? Like, what do you need them for? Oh,
But yeah,
but yeah.
that's the part of my notes. I thought the worst part was that. But then the dude who left his family behind to save himself, mate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he gained some respect from me for picking him. Like, just unfreezing people, though. That made me laugh. You've been chosen. Like, what?
The guy's like still groggy and he's like, what happened?
What's happened? Yeah, well, it was expensive, wasn't it?
He's got a thing on his neck and it blows his head off.
Yeah.
But we have a big flashback in this episode, don't we?
Yeah,
big
the
flashback to
Max one.
As a little boy, and we see the fate of Shady Sands.
Yeah, I did like that though. I liked how it because it's sort of we see how it ties together with like Lucy's dad and stuff. Obviously with Hank and that as well, don't we? So it does bring a little bit more lore and a little bit more connection to the characters, which I thought was really good.
And like the whole atmosphere of Shady Sands, obviously a peaceful town. Everyone's getting on, really nice people. Maximus' parents have got like big plans for like the future and stuff like that. Next minute, one of the traders turn up. Traders from the game, same thing. Oops. And he's got a mine chip on the back of his head, mate. He's mumbling some crap. Constantly. And then obviously Hank's dad finds this nuke in the back of this cart thing, tries to disable it, makes things worse, speeds the timer up basically. But then the bit where they're putting him in the fridge, mate.
Mate, they don't make fridges like that nowadays, do they? Do
you know what? Cheap crap these days, mate.
It brought flashbacks back, mate. From Welcome to Derry, mate. Happened to our man Rich as well, didn't it? Rich had the same thought, mate. Put his little girlfriend, didn't he, in the old fridge freezer or whatever it was. But they just don't make them, mate. If I got in my fridge freezer on a nuke, mate, I'd be gone before the fridge freezer would. Like, it literally, the fridge freezer wouldn't even be there, mate. It just instant disintegration, mate, and I'd be dead.
Talking of fridges.
I suppose we don't have lead fridges anymore, though, do we? Because that's what they are, and they're like fully lead, aren't they? Like
there's a bit in Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones, crap film. He's on this like nuke site, isn't he? And he gets in that fridge and the nuke hits and he flies. As I was flying, I was like, terrible film.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so during this episode, I just want to say Power Armor is still looking sick, mate. So good. But I just want to bring your attention to
a lot of it's practical as well, isn't it? Like the Power Armor.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly like they actually have built the suits. It's not like CGI or anything.
I'd love to have one, mate, right there.
I've got a file for it on computer, but it'll cost me about £400 to print, mate, with all the filaments and stuff. I just can't justify printing one of them yet.
But the Brotherhood of Steel bit where they gain access to Area 51, and I love the part where the two soldiers open the icebox up fridge and they see the alien, and just that drops the smashes everywhere, and like, oh cool, we've got an icebox fridge.
We've got an icebox fridge. It's like a full alien. They're not bothered. He's like, oh, it's a fridge. You know what?
Yeah,
go on. No, I'll let you go.
No, you say it.
Mate, I was going to say, they obviously saw them artifacts and items and everything. Mate, what pained me is seeing them blow that red car up. I'd have been cruising in that car, mate. I was like, oh, have you done that? Don't do that, mate. That car's sick. Proper pained me to see that.
I was going to mention the aliens, obviously, because aliens are in the world of Fallout called Zayden. So I'm wondering if the alien race does come into it later on. That'd be cool. Like, you see the odd alien knocking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was going to mention about the aliens in the icebox. But that icebox fridge, mate, made me laugh.
That scene was dead good because you like open up, you're like, oh, it's an alien. He just pushes it over, like, get it out of the way.
Yeah, like nowadays people now people see an alien, they'll be like, "Whoa, everything we said was true and all that." But they're not bothered about it. They just want the fridge for the beer. But Civil War's brewing. Brother of the Steel are trying to have this meeting with the leaders and not inviting the Commonwealth. So the stuff kicking off there. But there's another great scene in this episode, the hospital scene. Well, obviously, Lucy hears the cries of these people in this hospital. And then first time in the episode, or first time in the seasons of Fallout, we see the rad scorpions from the game. I was like, ho, 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 ho. So we have the baby ones at first, and then we have the massive big boy that comes in through that door.
Proper big mama, mate.
And I love the bit where a ghoul that grabs that woman and just uses her as like bait, like a meat wall, and then it just takes her. But yeah, the ghoul kills it off by putting a grenade down.
That grenade scene was sick, mate.
Yeah,
the ghoul is so badass, isn't he?
Face hole, bumhole, I don't know, but he puts a grenade down.
I have no idea what it is, but he fills it in regardless. What do you know what made me laugh about that as well is that girl saying to Lucy, like, she doesn't want to see Lucy get raped by the wrong people. I was like, what, like this right people to get raped by? Like, proper dodgy world, innit?
But I love obviously the episode's called The Golden Rule. And obviously in this episode we see the moral compasses between Lucy and the ghoul, obviously totally different. Obviously Lucy decides to save this woman, this weirdo. And then we find out that this woman who she saved is like part of the Legion. Obviously we see that in the next episode more.
Yeah.
More of that comes to light. But basically, they're this Legion are like they model themselves on the Roman Empire, obviously slaving, taking territories, torture, all that stuff. But yeah, that was like you don't get raped by the wrong people. It's like, what the hell? Obviously, Cole did tell her, he's like, don't take her, just leave it. Sometimes doing the right thing is not always doing the good thing is not always the right thing, kind of thing. And obviously we find out in the next episode more about that. But that scene when all come with that crying, mate, that one was like, can anyone else see yet?
Oh, mate. Mate, shout out to Norm, mate. His 600 IQ mover, those nerds from 200 years ago. It was like telling him it's a test and stuff as well. Like, oh yeah, I'm a manager. You need to find a way out. But yeah, that woman was dead funny.
Can anyone else see yet? And the other one was like, where's my crackers gone? Someone's at my crackers.
Someone's eating my rations.
Smash them, mate.
Someone's eating my welcome to the world rations or whatever.
It's just that bit. Can I not see yet? Looking around. But yeah, Norm's out with his new crew, mate.
He's like made out. He's a manager, isn't he? Like, and they've got to. They'll get extra merit or something if they find the way out or something.
If he's playing the game, mate, his persuasion's like level 100, mate. He's literally persuaded them all that he is the boss, and they find a way out. So that they're right next to Las Vegas, aren't they? As well, like they come out and they look over.
And you can pretty much see it, can't you? Yeah.
Another bit. One of the guys like, oh, that's where that mall used to be. It's like, mate, that's gone years ago, mate. It got nuked off, mate. That did.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, the mall's gone. Or something.
Yeah. That's the first thing you think about when you come out. The whole city is gone, mate. Everyone's dead.
Oh no, the mall's gone.
But yeah, this show though, tying in with the game and stuff, it's such a well written show, and obviously fans and people who are like newly watching it, it's enjoyable for everyone, to be honest. But yeah,
it is fun. It is really fun. It's like we'll go on to the next episode as well, episode 3, because like every episode of this starts like it's the start of a new season. There's always like massive amounts of recap, isn't there, at the start? But I'm glad there was in this episode, mate, because we met that guy, don't we? Who got shot in the neck in the last season. He's like, I think you're a ghoul. And he's like, oh man, yeah, he's sick, he is, mate. And he's like working like a warehouse or something, like a conveyor belt manufacturing firm with loads of like ghoul kids and stuff, isn't he? Oh, he's so funny.
I think he's like slowly turning into a mutant, isn't he? Or he's becoming a mutant.
Yeah, he's becoming a ghoul slowly. Yeah.
But yeah, he's using child labour to making bottle caps in the factory is brilliant. And like, you see some kids relaxing, like, what are you doing? Wake up and stuff like, wake up and make me some money kind of thing. But he's not doing it in like a horror way. It's like really nice, like caring for him and stuff. It's like,
yeah, he's like proper kind to him, isn't he?
Like, come on, everyone get together and stuff like that. And everyone's kids are like, oh, have you got any water? It's like, oh, drink the fizzy pop kind of thing. That they're taking a bottle cap.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we've got everything. We've got we've got a nice secure perimeter. We're all safe. We've got something to do. We've got a job. Yeah, but what about water? Just keep drinking the soda. He's like, oh, right, okay.
But I like in this episode, obviously, Caesar's Legion capture Lucy. She's the second in command to Caesar, which is the legend that is Macaulay Culkin.
Mate, that was so funny. That was, like I really like the Legion stuff. But he turned around and Nat just shouted, "Kevin!" when he came on screen.
I did like Kevin's character or Macaulay Culkin's character.
Macaulay Culkin's character, yeah.
But do you think his acting was a bit awkward in some scenes?
I think he was supposed to be though. I felt like he was an awkward character.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well, but I was like, I was a bit unsure. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because we know the thing is, I know he's a good actor and I know he can act.
Yeah,
so that I just assumed that was the character that was going for the character. See doggo, mate. Yeah. See doggo. How big this lad's getting now? Who's a big lad now, mate?
That's beast, mate. Is.
Big lad, this dog.
It's dog meat, isn't it? Dog meat. From,
but yeah.
We have a lot of stuff with the Legion, like there's loads of infighting between these two camps because there's two Kaisers, isn't there, or Caesars.
Yeah,
and I love the bit where
Kaisers, like German, like what you on about?
Lucy's taunting the Legion, like talking about the inconsistencies in the camp. Like Kaiser's obviously more German name than leader for the leader, not Roman. Obviously Caesar's are right. But then that Prima Noctis as well.
It's like you're all dressed like your Romans, but why are you German? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, they have that Prima Noctis you mentioned as well, which is like a medieval tradition thing.
Yeah, well, actually, that's from medieval time because she's like really well like educated, isn't she? From obviously being inside the thingy.
You know, I was laughing at when I first saw that camp. Though there's a guy in it. I think it might be halfway through the episode, but it flips back to that camp. There's a guy with like Roman armor on, but he's got like aviators on.
Yeah.
That guy.
Got some, he's like a proper classic, isn't he? Like when you're making your own character and you've got some good stats on these random sunglasses, you got to wear them, mate. It is a good show. So but yeah, there's some pretty good character building in this episode, especially for the Ghoul and Maximus as well. Like I feel like Lucy is rubbing off on the Ghoul because he started making some better decisions, so almost in a way. But obviously, I think she's reminding him a little bit of who he used to be because we get a lot of flashbacks of obviously when he was human and stuff like that. Yeah, and obviously the reason why he's fighting and what he's doing because he's trying to look for him essentially. That's what he's trying to figure out. But Maximus as well having his conflicts and struggling to like pick sides and things. The bloke can't think at all, can he? What he's doing? He ain't got a clue, mate. He actually ain't got a clue. He's just bobbing about. But I do feel like his character is better than he was in season 1 so far. But the part that I really liked was that Xander guy.
Xander Harkness, yeah.
Xander Harkness. The story with
sick as well.
The story with him and Max, like, I'm assuming he's been murked off now. I don't know. I don't know if he will be because he's quite a big actor. He is. So I'd be a bit shocked if they murk him off after one episode.
Yeah, in my notes, I've put like obviously, so they get they have like a little like a road trip kind of thing in the helicopter.
Got a field trip, don't they?
Yeah, and obviously they start bonding, and obviously Harness is trying to like convince Maximus to sell his chapter out basically, and to give this artifact to the Commonwealth. Obviously saying like Commonwealth's much better, and we're on this civil war and stuff like that. And then they get to that factory, don't they, where the kids are, and he's about to shoot Thaddeus and all these like kids that are infected. Your power hammer to the back of the head, mate. Hammer to the back of the head. But fans believe that Harness is not dead because in the game he's a synth.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead anyway. And like, obviously, you don't see it just ends, doesn't it? Yeah, I feel like there's going to be more.
In one episode. Yeah.
There's more to him, but one of the things I really like about this show is when they do the added comedy parts, and the end to this episode was really good. You know where it's like he takes his mask off and he's like, "Oh hi," he's like, "Oh, how you been?"
How are you doing?
He's like, "Well, I think I just started a war." Like it just, I do feel like those added like comedy bits really make this show so much better. But Xander, mate, he must have his charisma stat maxed out. Charismatic bloke he is, you know.
I just thought his coat was sick, mate, and like it reminds me of cool. In Fallout 4. I've mentioned it before, but the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel had the same coat, and I literally killed everyone in the Brotherhood of Steel just to get that coat. I remember a massive mission, mate. Got all my power armor, mate. Got it leveled up and stuff. So walking in like with shit, chain guns, nail guns, and everything. I was like, I need that coat, and I
It's
finally
a bit
got it.
like
Put
the
it
Bane
on
one
chair,
in it
mate.
from Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises.
that's what I wanted in the game,
Bane.
and I did everything just to get this coat. And at the end, I was sat in this chair, this coat, and I finished the game. Easy.
Legendary, mate. Just loving it. But yeah, loving the show so far. Yeah, we've got a few more good episodes left, I think, from it, haven't we? So
Yeah, it's like 8 episodes, isn't it? So we've got 5 episodes.
eight. Probably 8. I mean, if it's 5, then it's diabolical, isn't it? Really, but
No, I think we've got 5 more episodes. So,
I was gonna say,
or was it 6? I don't know. But that power hammer
episode.
weapon, mate. That power hammer weapon is really good, mate. The way he smacks Harness on the back of the head, mate, with that.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 episodes, which will be the same as the first season. That's fine.
Yeah. So we've got a few more weeks of it, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got 5 more weeks. But we'll get on to One Punch Man, mate. The finale, One Punch Man season 3, episode 12, is officially ended. We've got a bit more news on the next season, when to expect it, which is 2027, and also who's going to unfortunately animate it, which is JC Staff, the same people who have animated the first half or the most of this season. Which the main thing will be from that is the Saitama versus Garu fight will be animated by them. And we're cooked, mate. We're cooked. That's it. We're done. It's a write-off, mate. It's already a write-off. It's already a write-off, pal. 12 episodes, mate. Done.
I think the best part of this episode, though, that's that. The finale is Janice doing the pots, mate, washing the pots.
I thought the funniest thing about this episode was that dodgy big eye monster who's got arms for nipples. Like, why have you got arms for nipples, mate? Like, what are you doing? But it's been okay.
There's some funny bits.
It's been some funny bits, funny moments, but it's just been a letdown overall, hasn't it, unfortunately. I did like seeing the tornadoes proper power, like I said earlier. I love a mage. So seeing that was pretty cool. I'm glad Saitama was in this one. His cluelessness always does make the shit animation bearable, because obviously his character is just funny, so it's just easier to watch his character, which is why it's such a shame he's not really been in the season, because obviously it adds to the comedy. And obviously his bored speech where he told that Orochi to stop was hard, mate. He was tough, mate. Tough man. I was like, what? He's like, mate, you're boring. I've heard it all before. I'll just batter you instead. Like,
I like the bit as well. Like, so he smashes that big howl dog thing, and then that cat monster tries to attack him from behind. Sneak attack, mate. Classic move. It just leaves that claw marks on the back of his head.
Scratching him, like, what was that?
Saitama,
no, he's too strong. He just runs off.
Saitama turns around, and is like, first naked dudes, then a dog, now a cat.
Now a cat.
I mean, it's just funny, man. It just leaves a little scratch marks on the back of his head. It's like some Pokemon or something.
Meowth or something, bro. But yeah, it did make me laugh. That's what I mean. That the show's got those comedic parts in it. Just get the animation right. Like, people love it, mate. Like, even if it was just season 2 level, like, people would have loved it. But it's just been let down massively, unfortunately, by the animators. So it's just another one down the drain overall, really.
I did think Orochi's story as well, like, it ended quicker than I thought it would.
Just
like,
abruptly, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought he'd have, like, attacked the towns above or whatever, or start destroying the city, and then Saitama would smash him. But yeah, he just like murked him off down below. It's like, but I love the bit where, like you mentioned earlier, like he's just like blabbing on about stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill you on it anyway. So.
It's like, yeah, you're boring. I've heard it all before.
Yeah. But yeah, just does this killer blow, mate. Wipes him out.
What's this dog doing? Oh, he's in his bed.
Taking a dump.
He's chilling, mate.
But yeah, there wasn't much happened in this episode, besides the stuff we mentioned.
No, that's pretty much it, mate, to be honest with you.
We do see Garu at the end, don't we? So, like, he's going to come into it next season. Obviously, the fight between Saitama and Garu, so we'll see what happens. But it has been a disappointing season. Season 1,
yeah, unfortunately,
far is the best. But yeah,
just one of them, isn't it, mate? I've been stung yet again by the by the anime industry trying to rush rush staff to make a product just to try and get it out there to make some money, rather than spending the time to make it good. Yeah. And it's just going to keep happening because, unfortunately, people like us watch it. So it's just going to keep happening, mate. I'm telling you that. It's a nightmare. But yeah, want to take a little bit of time to talk about the future, really, of as a podcast.
Yeah,
we're going to be changing things up a little bit, aren't we?
So there's no podcast next week, is there?
No, so we're going to take next week off purely because there's nothing to talk about bar Fallout. There's just Fallout, which we can pick the 2 episodes of Fallout up. So basically next week all we talk about would be Fallout episode 4. Pointless doing a podcast on it. We're going to take the time to wait for the anime season to officially kick off and to start. So the podcast will no longer be episodic in terms of, it'll still be weekly, but we're going to be running it as a seasonal thing along with anime. So the first podcast when we're back, so not next week, the week after, will be Winter 26 episode 1, and then we're going to do that, and then we'll do that, and it'll be Spring 26, Summer 26, Fall or Autumn. Unfortunately, we'll have to call it Fall, but it is Autumn. I'm calling it Autumn, mate. Autumn 26 episode blah blah, and then we're just going to do that, and then it'll be 27, 28, blah blah, onwards and onwards. So that's how it will be, obviously, going forward.
It'd be easier for people to follow as well, like if they want to see what we're talking about in the winter.
What are they on about in the winter season? Yeah, sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
it'd be easy for people who are watching as well.
We feel like that would suit the format of our podcast better than just, this is episode 92 or this is episode 97. It's blah blah. You say, I know Hell's Paradise season 2 came out winter 26. I'll go back to their podcast winter 26 and I'll see what their thoughts were on that and watch through that way. So that is the main plan for that. 1 second.
But like always, we're going to have more shorts coming out weekly, daily. We're both going to get back on that. But yeah, we're going to do some new logos and stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to do a bit of a rebrand. Obviously, we're still going to call it Controllers and Katanas. I did wonder, I love the name Controllers and Katanas. I think it's a good name. I think it suits us. I did wonder if some people maybe thought it was too long. I don't know. But I think Martin did say, I think we're too far in now to change the name. And to be fair, I don't want to change the name. I do like the name. So I think we're going to try and do a little bit more of a rebranding, freshen it up a little bit, do a different, maybe try and sort of different logo. I've been working on a few things, but
different colours and stuff like that.
Yeah, just different font styles, that sort of thing. And then obviously stuff that'll look good with merch, that sort of stuff as well. So we're still playing with that. So hopefully by the time we start our first one, not next week, week after, gives me enough time to have a look at logos, me and Martin to have a chat about it, and then we can launch the logos at the same time. So I got hiccups.
We had a bit of a thingy, didn't we? You're telling about the outro.
Yeah. So our outro, legendary outro, mate. Absolutely legendary outro, may I add. Basically, it's a free song, royalty-free song. Picked it because it was a royalty-free song. The guy was like, no need for credit, none of that stuff. Just use it, mate. Someone's bought the soundtrack off of him. Obviously, it's a guy who's making music, wants to make money. Nothing against that. Fair play to him. Like, respect, mate. It was a banger of a track. Someone's made a dog shit Sonic song on it. Mate, the song is awful. And now we can't use it because it copyrights our videos. So, unfortunately...
Because I saw it, didn't I? I saw it on our thing. It said copyright on our video. I was like, what the hell is this? So I sent it to Ian. And obviously then Ian found out.
I've investigated it, and some geezer has made like a Sonic... Mate, he's got loads of views. He's got loads of subscribers, mate. People love him. It's crap. It's an awful track, mate. It's absolutely ruined. Ruined the...
It's the worst, mate. It's the worst song.
It's so bad, like, it's awful. It's just an awful track.
You sent it to me, and I was like, that's absolutely awful.
It's like the singing and like the vocals on it are so bad. Like, proper ruined the track, mate. So, unfortunately, I've picked one you'll see it today. I don't know if that's going to be it. I've just picked one temporarily just whilst we get it, so it might change again next time you hear from us. But for now, it is. I think it's the same guy actually who did the other beat. This one is, or the other song. So it's another sort of like anime style rock song or whatever. But it's pretty good. It's all right. But yeah, we got done in by some great nerd who made his own shit Sonic song. So a bit fuming about that.
But if you want the link to it, we can send you the link.
Yeah, let us know. We'll send it
comments,
you. We'll send it you. Figure out. So you might like it. I don't know, but you shouldn't be liking it.
Someone adds it to Spotify straight away, mate.
Yeah, you shouldn't be liking that bad boy. But yeah, so we should have a bit of a rebrand. We should have a little bit of a different. Yeah, a little bit of soft reboot. A little bit of a a bit of a new start for us, really, a new chapter. And yeah, see how we get on. I think I've been trying to change the way I talk about stuff rather than this is what happens in this episode. It's just more of my thoughts of how I've liked the episode, and what I liked about episodes, or what I've liked about said movie, show, whatever. So I think we're going to try and do that and stick with that rather than in episode 6 this happens, in episode 7 this happens.
You might have, our viewers might have recognised that we do talk about stuff differently now. Like we mentioned our favourite parts of the episode, then we'll go to different parts of the episode. But yeah, like we're not going to go all the way through the episode of everything that happens.
Yeah, I feel like having it's almost like a pros and cons, in it. This is what we like, this is what we don't like. And I think that's probably the best way to do it. Certainly for obviously when we go to do short content and when we try and get the shorts out there, I think that's probably the best way to do it. It's a lot easier to talk about stuff. I feel like it's less boring talking about stuff like that as well. Because if you're listening to us, you probably want to know our thoughts. And that's really what matters the most. So, yeah, so no potty next week. And the official first potty of the year is this one, technically. But the winter anime season officially starts. It officially starts next week, but obviously we'll be talking about it the week after. So January the 16th, I believe it is. You'll get a potty from us, and we'll have. I think we've got Hell's Paradise. I think we've got JJK, and I think we'll have Hell's Paradise, JJK, Fire Force, Season 3, Part 2, Episode 1, mouthful, and we'll have 2 Fallouts to talk about, I think, as well on that one.
Well, going forward with the new soft reboot stuff, obviously it is controllers and katanas, so I'm going to try and do more gaming stuff, more shorts about gaming, just to have anime and gaming as part of our thing. So, yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. A bit of a soft reboot, bit of a fresh start, new chapter, bring it on. And we've got a great selection of anime to talk about in this first episode of this new chapter. Obviously, we mentioned it few weeks ago, but there's a load of stuff starting up. We've got Hell's Paradise, Freyren, Fire Force, JJK. So come with us.
Got the Game of Thrones spin-off as well coming out, mate. Like, there's some good anime. There's hopefully some good shows as well to be watching. And yeah, obviously the controller is for the gaming side, and obviously we've slacked on the gaming side. But to be honest with you, compared to when you've got a TV show that's running an episode every single week, it's much easier to discuss than randomly discussing games that come out, because we can't exactly get a new game when it comes out every time and then complete it and then talk about it. It doesn't really work like that. So whether it's just we decide to, we might even have a little bit of a gaming news section or something. I don't know, might be something to talk about. Just add a little bit of gaming into the podcast at some spot and just have a little chat about games, what games we've been playing, what we've been doing, what we've been looking at. And maybe just have like a little bit of a gaming element within the podcast as well. So, but yeah, as always, we appreciate you being here. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for listening. It's been a cool year. We've got over 1,000 on TikTok now, which was a good one. Hopefully, we can get another 1,000 this year, and hopefully get a boost to the YouTube as well. The algorithm doesn't really like us, but I know for a fact in terms of shorts, that's because we're not as we're not really sticking to a schedule. We're just bit and bobbing, being a bit random with it, really. So I think once we get that consistency up, I think it will start favouring us a bit more, and we'll hopefully start pulling in some more members. So yeah, if you don't, get over to Discord, follow us there, subscribe, like the video, drop us a little cheeky comment, helps boost it a little bit. Get over on TikTok, get over on Instagram, follow us on our socials, follow Martin, follow me. Do it all, mate. Do it all.
Yeah, we've got loads of content to bring you, and we will be bringing it in the new year, new chapter. So we've got 3 things left to say to you, really, and that is Godspeed,
Peace and prosperity.
and have a great weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks for a new chapter, new start, fresh reboot, loads of anime, and we'll have some more TV shows for you. So we'll see you then.
Peace and love. Love you. Bye.
Bye.